Hello everyone. Sorry if this video is a little bit disjointed. With my dog is just having a party right now and making a lot of noise. Hey buddy! Shermwell! Hey! Can you stop? Can you not? Can you not do that? Huh? Yeah? Can you not? Please? I'm doing a thing. Okay, so I think the editing on this is going to be a little bit disjointed because there's both, footage from when I was traveling and now footage of me being back in Chicago about a week later, and I have people yelling in my building. It's very fun. So I am back in Chicago. It's been a week since the live, and I kind of just wanted to do like a nice little live breakdown of what happened and some reactions of, how it went and things that I noticed, both the differences between seeing them in Japan and seeing the band in America. So I don't know where I'm gonna put in the footage from Texas, but if it's not obvious, I saw the Gazette last week. I flew from Chicago to Dallas, Texas to go see the band, and I'm going to do a little breakdown, just a nice little let's talk about how that all went type video. Dog, can you not? You're adorable, but stop. So I got back from Dallas on Sunday after the concert, which was on Saturday, and it was super fun. So I actually did the VIP ticket because I'm trash, and also because I just felt like, I feel like I never do VIP and I never do meet and greet stuff. And I if you watch any of my videos, I literally go do everything I can not to meet bands because I'm shy and awkward and uncomfortable all the time. But I figured instead of doing that with a band that's has a smaller gathering of fans and maybe they might remember me, I figure if I'm going to embarrass myself like that, I'm going to do it with a band that I love but also has a lot of fans. If all their VIP meet and greets are sold out, there's no chance that they're going to remember ever meeting me. So the chances of long-lasting embarrassment are greatly minimized when they're selling out VIP meet and greet tickets. But yeah, so I did the VIP meet and greet, so we got to line up and meet the band after the concert. So anyway, the concert itself was in Dallas, Texas, in the Bomb Factory, and it was it was a good venue. I feel like as far as a rock concert goes, it was a good venue. There were no seats, which I prefer when I'm going to a live, because just seats make it awkward to kind of really do get involved in the music. However, when there are seats, there's less of a chance of the audience rushing the stage, which definitely is the thing that happened at this live. But yeah, it's actually been a few years since I saw the Gazette, because I did see them twice in Japan when I was a student studying abroad. So I saw them once in Osaka and I saw them once in Shiga, which is kind of by Osaka. It's on the other side of Kyoto, by Japan's largest freshwater lake. And it was good. It was those concerts are really, really fun. However, seeing them in America, I almost preferred, because you could get a lot closer to the band because they have such a huge, fan base in Japan. It's really hard to get floor tickets. And so every time I saw them, I was up on the second floor and not very close. And actually one time I saw them, I was on the second floor in the first row. And the rule of the live house or the concert hall was that if you were in the first row on the second floor, you were not allowed to stand up because they were afraid that people would fall off the balcony. So the second time I saw the Gazette, I could barely even see them because I couldn't see over the banister that led down to the stage. So, and then the first time I saw them, actually the workers at the live house, I asked them where my seat was because I didn't know how to read the seat chart and it was really confusing. I had just started studying Japanese, seriously. And so the guy walked me to my seat, and then it turns out he walked me to the wrong seat. So in the middle of the concert, security came for me to have me stand up and move to the correct seat, as if I had tried to get a better seat than I initially got. But really the guy that worked there literally walked me to that seat, and it was wrong. And it was very embarrassing. I was the only foreigner in the area. And of course I had to get escorted to a shittier seat. It was not fun. So this time around, because I was VIP, I got in to the live house pretty early, and I got a spot pretty close to the front. I was maybe 11, well, that's such a specific number. I was 10 feet away from the stage, maybe 6 rows back, which was really awesome. I'd never been that close to my favorite. And because I'm trash and that's just how I do, of course I had to line up in front of my favorite member, who is Aoi. So of course I was like square in front of him, like 8 rows back. Like, I've never been this close to a man so beautiful, which is a lie, I have. But yeah, it was good. I will say that the production value of Japan versus abroad, there's a big difference in that, like, which is obvious because when they're in Japan, they have a lot more control over lighting. They can get more equipment over to the live houses. They just have a much bigger production because it's easier to move things. Versus like in the States, they have to fly everything over ocean. So obviously the production is not going to be at the same level as it would be like in Japan as far as like lighting and sound and just the general like actual like stage show would go, because they have very limited resources. Everything has to get across the ocean to these different countries because they're doing 4 continents. But as far as the set list went, it was really, really good. It was, like I predicted, heavily influenced on Ninth, their album, because that was the theme. But they did play some oldies. They played Filth and the Beauty, and they played Tomorrow Never Dies, which is not like, I wouldn't say that's like super oldie, but like that's still a goodie. And it was really great. The audience was very into it. It was fun to be back in that like energy of like an American concert, because I have not been to an American concert in years because I've just been in Japan for so long. But yeah, I mean, in general, it was fine. The energy was really great. The band was really great. But yeah, well, I don't want to get right into the negative stuff because there's some stuff that I want to discuss as adults, some things that I want to discuss. That I'm kind of afraid to get into. But then, yeah, so then the band played their set. It was kind of short, but I mean, all the guys are jet lagged. You can't expect them to do like a 3-hour set after they like just flew over from Japan. So they did like like an hour and a half long set, and then they did one encore, and it was a really, really good concert. And then afterwards, like all like the people with regular tickets left, and then the VIP people lined up. And we just kind of met the band. It was like a typical meet and greet, like handshakes, no autographs. If you got them like a present, you could give it to them. And like, if you're me, you speak really shitty Japanese. And, but yeah, overall, it was really, really fun. And now let's get into some like more specific stories. So let's talk about the meet and greet, because that's like the thing that made me really nervous, going into it. Because like I said, like earlier, of course the band is not going to remember ever meeting me because they're meeting so many people on tour. So I'm like, okay, I'm safe from embarrassment. It's fine. And like I made friends with someone while I was in the VIP line, and we just like talked and stuff, and we ended up going up together to do the meet and greet. Like they were cutting people off, like every like 8 people, to make sure like the band wasn't like swarmed. And so we ended up going up together, and I think like the girl a couple people ahead of us like gave Ruki a present. And so like I did like the meet and greet with Aoi, and I died a little bit, and then I went to like Rita, and then like I died a little bit more. And then we were just like stuck waiting to get to Ruki because the girl ahead of us like gave him a present, which is totally chill. Except I was not prepared for like slightly prolonged time with these guys, so I only had like one thing that I wanted to say to them, and then we ended up just like getting stuck in front of like Aoi and Rita. And this girl and I are just like looking at each other awkwardly, like, we'd like to move on now, please. This is very uncomfortable. And I remember like the dudes just like kind of looked over and like said something to us and laughed. And like when I'm doing Japanese stuff, like I have to have my Japanese like ear turned on to understand what's going on. So they said something and I just looked over and I'm like, and then finally the like line moved again. But I just felt so uncomfortable because I'm like, I did not prepare for our conversation. I didn't do any listening practice on the airplane on the way here, and I'm not prepared. So as far as like, I think I was talking about the VIP. So as far as it being worth it, you get a lot of really cool things. That, it's a fun novelty, especially if you're like living abroad. And you're outside of Japan and you don't really have a chance to, go to lives that much and stuff. I would say, yeah, it's worth it for the experience because it doesn't happen as often. So like when I was living in Japan, I was always going to concerts and stuff. And so getting VIP tickets to that all the time would not be cost effective. But like if it's once in a blue moon, like the GazettE, I would say, yeah, it's worth it if you can get them. I know that people at my live in Dallas were complaining because it's sold out super fast for the VIP. So like if you can swing it and you really want to, I would say go for it if you can afford it. Otherwise, the live itself was just really good too. It was nice to be like surrounded by a bunch of people that also like visual okay, because in my area at least it seems like there aren't too many people that are super into it. So it was nice to be like for the first time in the States. Well, one of the first times. I've been to visual okay lives before here, but like it was nice to like be in an environment where a lot of people like visual okay, and because it's not that common here in the US, so that was really nice. But yeah, overall concert was great. The meet and greet was super cool. A really fun time overall, and just nice to like meet people that I never would have met before. Made a couple friends and stuff, just talking casually about visual okay. It was really, really fun. And of course there was the added bonus of it actually being alive, because I hadn't been to a live since I moved away from Japan, so it was good to be back in that kind of environment again, and just have a great time. And the thing about the Gazette is that I lived in Gunma for 2 years and I was in Maebashi, and like when I finally moved back, like 3 weeks later, they did a concert in Maebashi, and I was so mad. Like the concert was literally like 2 blocks away from my apartment. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I like could not get a ticket to see them for the 2 years that I was living in Gunma, and then like as soon as I leave, they do a live there. I was so pissed. I was like, this is bullshit. But yeah, I don't know. It was just good to see the Gazette again. It was good to see them live again, and just kind of, I needed something like that to just like get back into the swing of visual okay, because I feel like I haven't really been super like on it for a couple months. Just busy with work and stuff. Anyway, so moving on, there are a couple things that I want to address. So, before the live, there was literally an announcement that said, do not use your phone, or do not take pictures or video of the concert. Like, it was a formal announcement. Everybody was in the live house, and over the big speakers, they were like, it is forbidden or whatever. Photos or taking photographs and recording videos is not allowed at this concert. Like, very clearly, they made the announcement when everybody was like in the live house and waiting for the show to start. And here's the thing. I heard so many people in the audience be like, well, I'm taking a video anyway. I'm taking a picture anyway because I'm their biggest fan, and I just need it. I'm not going to share it. I promise I'm not going to share it. I'm not going to share it, but I need to take a picture. Here's the thing, guys. They made a formal announcement. It's the rules of the live. I don't care if you're their biggest fan. I don't care who you are. I don't care about any of it. They make an announcement. It's the rules of the live. Put your phone away. You're not taking a picture. I don't see why is that so hard to understand? And it just makes me so mad, because I've been seeing so many people who are probably like, I'm just going to take a picture. So it's going to be for me. I'm not going to post it. And then it ends up on freaking Twitter or Facebook or whatever group that you're on. Like, okay, they made the formal announcement. It's established as the rule of the live. Put your fucking phone away and enjoy the concert. Like, why is that so hard to understand? And like 3 years ago when the band came over, like I really thought that people were super overreacting. I thought people were like trying to be like white knights, like, oh my god, like I'm the best fan and I'm going to yell at all the other fans for taking a picture. But here's the thing, it was so obnoxious because like I'm at the concert and there's people in front of me and their screens are like blocking my view of the band, or they're super bright in contrast with like the dark stage lights, or like the darkness of the live itself. And like the people behind me have like their phones like right up on me. And it's like, guys, what do you not understand about don't take pictures at the live? Like, come on. And like, I finally get why people are so pissed about it, because it's distracting for the people around you. It's incredibly rude. And just, if they make the announcement not to take pictures, you don't have to take fucking pictures. Let me tell you, I lived for 3 years in Japan going to concerts every single weekend, and I did not have to take a single picture. And guess what? I survived. So it's possible to go to a concert and not take pictures, okay? Like, come on, like, you say that you respect this band so much and you love them the most, and you're breaking all of the rules. That's all I have to bitch about. I don't want to bitch because it was a really, really great time, and I'm very happy that the Gazette came to the States, and I had an amazing time, and it was really nice to just kind of get out of Chicago for a little bit. Although, I do want to make one final point, and that's that I started talking to people when I was in the line because I was bored, and even though I had like VIP, I got to like get in at like 6:30, and but still there was still a line. So like I'm just like by myself and like just kind of like creeping in on people's conversations and like talking to people every now and then. Hey, I like your outfit. I like what you're wearing. People would like say, I like your shoes. I'm like now I'm now involved in a duel over my shoes with a random man in Dallas, Texas, y'all. Yeah, it was fun, but that's not cute. So turns out that a lot of people that I encountered at the concert actually were from the Midwest. So I do want to say that I think that if the band does end up coming back to the States, they should add a Midwest state, because they did West Coast, they did LA, they did down south, they did Texas, and then they did New York, like East Coast. Why not just like throw in a little show in the Midwest? Like there were people from like Ohio, Illinois, Wisconsin, Michigan, like Minnesota. Like I met so many people that flew from so far away, but they were all from the Midwest. So I'm just saying, if the Gazette comes back, there's a lot of Midwestern cities that have some really nice live houses. I mean, of course, I'm biased. I want to say come to Chicago. But, you know, Milwaukee has some good live houses. Detroit has some good places. Just like anywhere in the Midwest that isn't like a crazy flight away would be really nice. I'm just saying. Like, I want to say like a majority of the people that I was actually talking to were from the Midwest. So I'm just saying, next time, Gazette, you should come to the Midwest. We have a lot of really cute cities with really cute live houses too. And hopefully they can use the popularity of this tour to prove to the live houses that they can put butts in seats, which is another one of the big things. A lot of live houses, they don't want to bring West or Japanese bands over because they don't know that they can guarantee that they'll sell tickets. It's crazy. It's all politics, but yeah, just saying, with the success of all the American shows that they had here, just adding a Midwest state would be pretty chill, so they can cover all four corners of the U.S. And all of us poor Midwesterners don't have to fly to Texas just to see our favorite bands. But no, I can't complain. They did 3 shows in America, and they all seemed really good, and the one that I went to was amazing. So just saying, in the future, if they're looking to expand on another tour, they can always come to the Midwest. We will always welcome them. But anyway, that was my experience going to see the Gazette, and it was super fun, and I hope that they will be able to have the chance to come back, and I'll actually be able to see them instead of like the first time they came around, buying tickets to see them in Dallas and then moving to Japan, which is what happened. So hopefully next time around I'll be in the States, or I'll just be back in Japan and be able to see them whenever. But anyway, that was really good, so I'm very thankful to the Gazette for adding the United States as one of the countries that they had on their world tour. We definitely get skipped over a lot for different reasons. You know, visa stuff and live houses and just general politics. So yeah, it was really nice that we were able to have a band like the Gazette come over, and also just the fact that they're backed by such a big label probably helped too. But anyway, that's all I really have to say about the Gazette Live. It was super fun, and I'm so happy that I had the chance to not only go to the concert, but to do VIP and stay in a pretty nice hotel and just kind of escape my life for a weekend and just get back into the things that I love, which is visual kei music and fashion, and it was super great. But anyway, I'm going to head out now. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye! Alrighty, and this is the finished look. So I just put on some faux leather jeggings. I'm wearing my creepers. They're like lacy creepers, not actual brand creepers. They're like knockoffs, but they get the job done. And then on top, I'm wearing an oversized top that I got from a store called Glimmer in Ikebukuro. And the back has like this like loopy zipper thing, but it doesn't go up all the way, thank goodness, because I'm not about that life. So yeah, I'm going really basic here. just like I said, comfort over fashion at this point. And then I have my Chrome Hearts necklace on from my boyfriend. And I got these cute earrings from this adorable little shop. You probably can't see them in Takasaki, Gunma. Super cute. The guy that works there is super nice. I have all my rings from random places. This one was a gift from my senpai. Thank you. And I realized after doing my makeup all red that my nails are purple, so now I don't match anymore, but it's fine. It's my two favorite colors, even if they don't go together. So anyway, I have to go catch my Uber to the live for the VIP entrance. So I will see you all later with an update on how the live went. All right, bye-bye.